Welcome to the Check Your Art podcast, a place where we discuss the intersection of faith and creativity.
Join us each week as we explore new ways to use our gifts to glorify God and inspire others. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Check Your Art podcast.
That's us.
That is us.
It's we.
It is we and me and you.
Yeah. And you're Megan. And I'm not Megan.
No, you're not.
And that's all you get to know.
Let us know what you think her name is in the comments.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun little game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Might be a flower.
It's not.
Okay. You're right. Anyway, today we're going to be talking. Well, first, we're doing a very quick announcement. We are going to take about a month-long break. And we'll be back. I don't remember the exact day. I think it was October.
Sometime in October.
15th of sorts. Whatever that Friday is that week is when we'll be back. Back, baby. But so we're not going anywhere for long. We'll just be on a brief pause, if you will, to rest. And we're going to talk about why it's important to take a break and to rest well. Yeah. But before we even do that, how you doing, Flower?
Flower power.
I cannot say your name during this whole episode.
You can't. I'm good. I have been very grateful that we're going on break. I feel like I have been running on E for the past 2 weeks. Not in a bad way. It's been a lot of good stuff. With work and with friends, and I think I've talked about I was in a friend's wedding and just getting really involved in church. But it's I need time to decompress,
recuperate.
Yeah, and with 3 of our friends going on a trip, I will not be able to make a lot of plans, which is great.
That is great.
I'm just gonna do nothing. I guess we could hang out, but I don't really want to see you, so
I'm gonna be gone for over a week too, so I definitely don't want to see you.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, it'll be fun. It'll be good.
No, you won't get to see me. You'll be sad.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine.
I'll be A-okay.
Just dandy.
Yeah, but good. Excited to do nothing.
Yes.
What about you? How are you?
Same. On the edge of burnout and ready for a break and to not do a lot. My plan is to just do all the work stuff that I need to do. Not work, full-time work, work for the podcast stuff. This week. Just get it all done and then not think about it until
fully disengage.
Yeah, 100%. Disassociate. Block off everything for just a month or so. So I'm excited for that. And not a whole lot is going on, but I am I have a couple things going on. Forgot about that. Yeah. Well, I decided I won't talk into so much detail about this, but I decided to take a pause on the Clover community as well. Because it's just a little too much. I can't really keep up with it at the moment. And so more breaks, more rest.
Break.
Yeah. But it's good. And I'm looking forward to how things go in the future.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing the opposite where I'm starting to get involved.
Yeah.
In worship.
That's cool.
But I've been on a break.
Yeah.
So it's different. So if I asked you what you've been working on,
it wouldn't be much.
And that's great.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. I technically haven't worked on anything either.
Yeah, but you're starting to.
I love to start to do things. Yeah. I've been doing songwriting kind of. In a sense where if I have an idea, I'll just record it and then walk away.
That's good enough.
And then hope that when I'm man, I want to do something, but I don't want to start it, I'll just have all these things that I've already started.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
My creative process is awful.
Hey, whatever, man.
It is what it is. No one can take it from me.
Except for me. Do you want it back?
No.
No. Okay.
Said it
I'll
was
just
bad.
I'll just put it over here
In
then.
the pile.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, break. Wow. Did
Broke.
you, yep, want to start by just reading kind of the scriptures we're going to be going off of, and then we'll just talk for a little bit.
We'll chit chat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so two main verses came to mind. One is, well, so the kind of basis around this obviously is breaks and taking rest. And so pretty biblical, which is nice. So Genesis 2, verse 2 is, and on the seventh day, God finished his work that he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all the work that he had done. And the next verse is Deuteronomy 5, verses 12 through 13. Observe the Sabbath day to keep it holy, as the Lord your God commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. So just really driving home the point of having a time for rest.
I think we've talked about this already, but hustle culture really, really encourages to be on the grind. No days off.
Never stop.
Don't
never
sleep till you're dead. Yeah.
right.
Never stop, never stopping. Yeah, and so like these verses are just kind of a preface for no, do stop. Don't grind.
No.
Sleep while you're alive.
Yeah. Makes you work better.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to put that at the forefront. We have talked about it before. You can listen to our Burnout episodes if you would like to hear more about that. But we're just going to kind of talk about what it looks like to like rest well, have like productive rest time, and shocker, that involves spending time with God.
Wait, really? Oh my God.
That's the secret.
I didn't know.
Yeah. But so essentially, like, when you're resting, you can choose to do nothing, and that's not going to fill your tank. I know that is a newsflash, but just sitting around doing nothing is not actually restful. So
Yeah.
I think at the top of the list, when you're like breaking from something, immediately, like now prioritizing that time to spend time with the Lord. Yes, take time to physically rest and relax and restore rhythms of self-care, but at the same time involve God in those rhythms. However that looks to you. For me, it definitely looks like journaling or reading a book, like that is like a scriptural book on something I'm trying to work on or I'm just interested in, like biblically. And but also working that into my routine with my like face mask and my like, I like to paint all of my nails on my body. And that takes hours.
All 12 of them.
Yep. All 12.
You're missing a few, but
yeah, it's fine. I have one toe. And,
on each foot.
Yeah, but I have 6 fingers on one hand.
Yeah. That's it.
But that was fine. I don't know why you said
I don't either. In my head, I was trying to do 22, but I said 12. Anyway.
Please, God, help her.
Lord.
Lord Jesus.
I need a break.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like to incorporate that and I'll like watch a couple sermons from a church I don't go to. Or like something creative, because reading all the time it's not going to work for me. I don't know how to read, so it takes a long time.
I can't read, so
No, don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So those are just things that I do. That's how I feel like when people are like, now prioritize spending time with the Lord, they anticipate you just having your head down in a Bible, which is
praying.
Yeah. I mean, you should be doing both of those things.
Yes, yeah.
But that is not the only way to spend time with God or prioritize Him or spend time with Him. I feel like, for me, I think about it the way I think about the rest of my relationships. Let's go do something I was going to do already just together.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, that's all really like good. And I think it's important to to keep God at the forefront, because then you can also ask him to renew your vision for whatever it is you're taking a break from. So in our case, taking a break from the podcast will help us get more clarity on like how we want to move forward. And also just come back refreshed and motivated, I guess, to like do more. And also like even just with other stuff, with projects, like with how I said I was taking a break from the community that I run. I think that will open up something later on that I don't know about yet, but it will allow me to do something later that I wouldn't have done if I had kept going.
Yeah.
So it is, not only is it like restful and productive to rest, but then when God is involved in it, he's renewing the way that you're looking at that thing.
Yeah.
And it's very nice.
Yeah. I think of like when I like stopped directing worship, the ways that God was like, this is what worship should look like for you. And like pointing out all these blind spots that I wouldn't have had time to notice if I was just still going.
Right.
And so I think like, we think, oh, I can't stop, or I won't figure it out, or I won't learn. You will. Yeah. Especially if like God has called you to it.
Yeah. It's really easy to feel like you're going to be behind if you take a break or anything. But honestly, you'd be more behind if you just kept going on fumes.
Yep.
So don't do that anymore.
Do not do it. And so I think spending a good amount of time not thinking about what you're doing is mostly the point.
Yes, yeah.
To like take your brain off of it and just detach. Like you said, you were gonna fully disengage.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
And I think like in that process, naturally you'll start to become attracted to that thing again. And then that's when you can be like, okay, now's the time to start reevaluating what works, what doesn't work, what is working well, what is not working quite as well, and start to make changes. And I think it renews your desire to do that thing rather than making it something you have to do.
Right.
Because you want to do it. That's why you're taking a break.
That's why you started it in the first place.
Exactly.
You have some kind of desire to do it, and you want to cultivate cultivate that desire even more, and not like throw it out the window. Whatever. So you don't want to like mistreat it is where I'm going at. And so and like you said, naturally with taking a break and purposely not thinking about it, you're going to end up getting inspired to do it. Because if it's really something that you like to do, then you're still going to have the desire to do it. And during that time of not doing it at all, you're going to like come up with more ideas. Like I am so positive that we're going to have like 10 more podcast topic ideas just after the month that we take off, and other things too. And so, but like, just allowing ourselves, yourself, whoever, to take the break, to not think about it is so important. And like if you do have time, quote unquote time, that you want to set aside to like evaluate what is or isn't working, then by all means go for it if it's not going to tire you out or stress you out. But if it is, then don't do it.
Yeah. You're allowed to play it by ear. I know for me, I'm an overthinker, but for me, that is shocking. I know, but I like analyzing. To me, it is this thing that brings me peace to kind of pick stuff apart. It's like taking apart a pen and putting it back together. I was one of those kids.
It is really satisfying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Especially when you get the spring right.
Oh man, when you get that spring in there in the right place,
and it actually clicks and bounces. So good.
Pen kids. Shout out pen kids.
Yeah. Nerds.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point you were trying to make.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever works for you. We're not telling you the magic formula. We're not telling you maybe even something you don't already know. But taking the break and seeing what God does with it is the overarching idea. And also, most of the time, you'll know when you need to take a break.
Yeah.
You'll feel it. And so I think, like, not pushing that off is really important. Because a lot of the times it can be a combination of like your physical, your emotional, but also your spiritual. Like God will let you know.
Yep.
And if you don't listen, he'll make you listen. So
listen.
Yeah, make you listen the first time.
Make it easier on yourself.
Yeah. But I don't have anything to add.
I don't really either. That's kind of been
solid.
Pretty solid, yeah. Like we said, we'll link the Burnout series that we had done a few weeks ago in the description, and also in the video if you're watching on YouTube. Somewhere. I'm pointing.
Where is it?
I don't know. But yeah, because that also has a lot of good tips and advice on how to avoid burnout, how to recover, how to rest, all the good stuff. So, where can they find us?
Oh man, right here on this couch.
At my house. Leaving my address in the comments.
Yeah, look down there and you can hang out. We're on Instagram. Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify. So,
unlike what our current intro says, we're not on Apple Podcasts.
Not yet.
Sorry we lied to you.
I'm not sorry.
But we'll be there soon.
It's just hard.
It's really hard, you guys.
You don't understand.
The trials.
And the tribulations.
Our pastor said that this morning. I could not think that. It was very funny.
It's a perfect joke.
It's great. Yeah.
Well,
we'll see ya.
Maybe.
When we see you. I mean, we won't see you.
They see you.
Oh.
Wow.
Scary. You better watch your back.
That was fun. Let's do it again sometime.
If you like watching podcasts, we're on YouTube. If you're more of a listener, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and elsewhere in the ether.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok where we share shorter clips and fun little bloopers.
Okay, bye.